So tonight there was another devastating loss for my Philadelphia Phillies. The bullpen once again coughed up the game. Aaron Nola pitched 6 innings of a 7 inning game, and he struck out 12 batters. He was spectacular. He only allowed 1 run on a curveball that hung in the middle of the plate, but the bullpen is a real issue. We all knew the bullpen was an issue last year. We figured the bullpen would be bad once again this year. When Hector Neris is your best option, that tells you something about the bullpen. I've said that in the past. But my question is, after watching this game, who is to blame for this team, like the bullpen especially? We'll start off by looking at Matt Klentak, our GM. If you look, there were a lot of guys that were available we could have signed. We could have went out and we could have signed a Dylan Betances. Would have cost us quite a bit of dough, but he probably would have been worth it. He would have shored up the bullpen, and we could have went from Betances to then Neris. Could have thrown Adam Morgan in there. But there are also a few other guys that were on the table as well. Jake Diekman was available. Will Harris was available, who didn't really sign for that much money. Pedro Strop was probably the steal of the offseason. He signed for $1.8 million. Jeremy Jeffries signed for $850,000, which is around $200,000 over league minimum. So if a minor league deal got signed, that player would make $600,000. Carl Edwards signed to a minor league deal. Greg Holland signed to a minor league deal. He's closing right now. Wade LeBlanc signed for a minor league deal. Brandon Morrow signed for a minor league deal. Mark Yastrzemski signed for a minor league deal. Adam Warren signed for a minor league deal. Our former top pitching prospect, Jesse Biddle, signed for a minor league deal. And Cody Allen signed for a minor league deal. So there were a lot of guys that we could have got for minor league deals, or maybe a tad over minor league deals, that would have probably made our bullpen one of the best in the league if we could have signed 4 of these guys and just hope that 2 worked out. Also, last week, Mike Foltynewicz got designated for assignment, which we could have claimed. He's scheduled to make $6.43 million this year. I think the luxury tax threshold was the only reason why we didn't put a claim in on him. We definitely would have got him. No one claimed him. I think that if Matt Klentak wasn't so concerned with the luxury tax threshold, which our owner, John Middleton, already said he would be willing to pay, then we could have had a halfway decent bullpen. The bullpen is our weakest spot. If we could have got even Mike Foltynewicz last week, we could have then moved Zach Eflin or even Vince Velasquez to the bullpen, and it would have helped out. Where's Nick Pivetta at? Is he hurt? How do I not know what's going on with Nick Pivetta right now? Why is he not in the bullpen? Why is he not pitching in these spots? He was halfway decent out of the pen last year. But I just don't understand what Klentak was trying to do with this team. There are also still some guys that are free agents right now we could sign. Granted, if we're worried about luxury tax, I think we still have some room. I think we still have a couple million to spend. We could go out and sign Addison Reed, who's on the market. Willie Peralta's on the market, who's probably not as good as Addison Reed. And Tony Sipp's probably the best available guy right now. So I don't know why we don't go out and sign one of these guys to a minor league deal, put them on the taxi squad, and then have them work their way up, and we can eventually pay them at a prorated major league minimum rate. But that brings me to the next person who has to take some of this blame, and that's Joe Girardi. I don't think Joe Girardi really understands how to manage this bullpen. Monday in New York, we lost 6-3. Jake Arrieta gave up 3 of those runs. So once Dali, I don't know how to say his name, Dolis Guerrera, once he came in, he walked the first hitter. He then hit Stanton, and then he got a fly out to the deepest part of the yard at the warning track. This guy obviously did not have it. He faced the 3 minimum batters that he was required to face, and we also had, I believe it was Adam Morgan warming up in the bullpen. So I don't know why, after he faced the 3 batter minimum, why Girardi didn't pull him and put Adam Morgan in with 1 out, only needed a ground ball to get out of it. Instead, he continued to let Gurrieta pitch, and he gave up a 3-run home run to Urshela. So Joe Girardi has to wear some of the blame in this as well. Yesterday, we saw Aaron Nola, like I said, he pitched one heck of a game. But as soon as he came out, you knew the bullpen was probably going to destroy any lead or any tie that was there. There was one guy who I thought should have been brought in. I don't know why Hector Neris was not brought in. He threw one pitch earlier that day in the doubleheader and got the save. Is that one pitch really impacting his ability to come in and save this game from being blown open and then give us a shot in the bottom of the seventh? I don't think it is. I mean, I don't understand it. Instead, he brought in Tommy Hunter, who gave up back-to-back hits. They were really hard hit. And then he ends up plunking Gary Sanchez. So, those are the three batters. And who's in the pen? You already know. It's the same guy before. Adam Morgan is in the bullpen. I don't know if he's ready to go, but he should have had them both firing. Some dual action in the bullpen just in case this happens. You can already see how terrible this bullpen is. So, instead, he lets Hunter keep going. He gives up a hit. It scores a run. He gives up another hit. It scores a run. So, finally, he pulls Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan shuts it down and doesn't give up any more runs. But the bottom half of our lineup was up in the ninth. McCutchen, who hasn't done anything all year, continued to do nothing at the plate. And we ended up losing the game 3-1. So, in my opinion, what Klentak did or didn't do is one thing. But with the pieces that he has, Joe Girardi has to learn how to manage this bullpen. I don't really understand why you can't have a guy up just in case the bullpen is off, because the chances are, if you bring in someone from our bullpen, the Phillies bullpen, that guy is not going to be pitching with much accuracy, or he's not going to be on. So let me know in the comment section who you guys think we should really put the blame on for this terrible bullpen that we have. I'll be interested to see. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for this one. And until next time, peace.